see I get smoked, nigga.
Work, nigga. Gang, B-I-B-O,
One double O, B-ball. Big B-ball on them gang shit, on a rocket, nigga. Became my blunt, bitch.
You're watching the master at work.
Smoke 'em like a BK, that's CG. On the range, still smoke on your OG. Tryna put a BK on TV.
Hey, yo, what up, squad? Hey, what up, Nepal? What up, bro? Hey, welcome back to HOODROK Entertainment. You already know what it is, bro. Realest, illest, dopest, most active reaction channel on YouTube. My nigga. We're tapping into something a little bit different than the hip-hop, bro. So, yo, we got some British Gurkhas. Nah, it's not British Gurkhas, bro. They're from Nepal, my nigga. They're the Nepali, bro. The Gurkhas are the Nepali. Now, we'll just get that out of the way. So I don't know why the title says British Gurkhas. Well, I do know why, but they're not British, alright? So, yo, this is a documentary called Becoming of the World's Best Elite Force. Now, I've reacted to a few Gurkha videos before, bro. You know what I mean? I've reacted to a few Gurkha videos before, so make sure you go check out my channel. You're gonna see the Nepali playlist pop up at the end. Make sure you run the numbers up on that shit. I only bring fire, bro. I only bring that dope shit. So yo, go check out all the hip hop over there. Let's light this motherfucking joint and get high as fuck while we watch the video. We're gonna light this motherfucker. Big bad boy I got here. You blazing? I know y'all niggas are blazing, bro. Blaze with your boy. Now we're gonna get into this, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, I've done a few, like I said, I've done a few videos, reactions on this stuff before, and you ain't playing with no Gurkhas, bro. As soon as you see that blade come out, you might want to start running, bro. I'll just tell you that much. Now people might be wondering, why the fuck are the Gurkhas, like, what do you mean the best elite force? I ain't heard of these cats before. I know a lot of you cats might be thinking that. So before we kick this off, I'm just gonna share one little small 5-minute video, and this is about one Nepali warrior, like a modern day Nepali warrior, but their history goes way back, right? So we're gonna watch this quick 5-minute video about one specific Nepali warrior, and then we're gonna get into this one. The one-man Gurkha army, the stand of Sergeant Deprasad. Fuck that. Let's just get it.
On the 17th of September 2010, a platoon from the 1st Battalion Royal Gurkha Rifles was stationed at 2 patrol bases near the village of Rahim Kalay in the north of Helmand Province. At some point during the day, the bulk of the platoon departed the bases to secure a key road to the east, with 2 small detachments remaining behind to garrison the outposts. Tasked with holding the southernmost patrol base were 4 Gurkhas, among them Sergeant Deprasad, who in the evening of the 17th was on sentry duty on the roof of a 2-storey compound that was at the centre of the base. Manning his post for several hours, Sergeant Pun soon began to hear some noises materialising from the other side of the main gate, and, as he later recalled, "I thought at first maybe it was a cow, but my suspicions soon built up, and I saw 2 Taliban digging to lay down an IED in front of our gate." Immediately, the sergeant called out for the 2 men to identify themselves, but instead of receiving a verbal response, bullets and RPGs began to hit the patrol base, as a significantly larger Taliban force appeared from out of the darkness.
Yo, can you imagine that, bro? Now you gotta just put yourself in this dude's shoes, bro. You're in the middle. Not only are you just chilling, you're just chilling on the rooftop. Nigga, you're in Afghanistan, bruh. You're in the middle of fucking Afghanistan, bruh. You get what I'm saying? You're already on edge. You ain't even seen those 2 Taliban niggas yet, and you're already on edge, bruh. And then all of a sudden, out of the darkness, like, you gotta remember where they are, bro. The territory that they're in the fucking middle of bumfuck nowhere, bro. Afghanistan is just full of fucking, like, canyons and shit like that, bro. Like sand dunes and fucking rocky, you know what I mean? And out of nowhere, you see these two dudes just pop up out of nowhere and start laying fucking mines down in front of your shit. So you call out, hey, who the fuck are y'all niggas? Next minute, boom, fucking RPGs and shit start going off, bro. Like, start hitting the fucking building, nigga. And out of the darkness comes all these other niggas. Like, are you kidding me?
Realising the outpost was under attack, Sergeant Pun grabbed a nearby radio and informed his platoon commander of the unfolding situation, before turning his attention onto the enemy. As soon as I knew they were Taliban, I thought I was going to die, but as soon as I started firing, that feeling went away. I knew I had to do something before they killed me and my 3 comrades. I thought, before they kill me, I have to kill some of them.
Before we carry on, now that's one thing that makes the Gurkhas so special, bro. Them niggas don't give a fuck, man, nigga. Even though you know you're gonna die, right? Cause I'd be the same. I come from a warrior race myself, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a Pacific Islander Nigerian, bro. Like, my people were the same, bro. I would think the exact same thing. I'm gonna take some of you motherfuckers before I go, bro. Ain't no way you're smoking me. And ain't none of y'all niggas going down with me, bro.
Picking up his SA-80, the Gurkha fired off a rifle grenade at the attacking enemy, prior to detaching a nearby general-purpose machine gun from its tripod and returning fire on the advancing Taliban fighters, who were moving forward from 3 directions. Within minutes, however, he had spent all his machine gun ammunition, and so resorted to using a mix of grenades to disrupt the attack, including 6 phosphorus, 6 fragmentation, and 4 rifle grenades.
Fuck, that's a lot. Hold on.
Including 6 phosphorus, 6 fragmentation, and 4 rifle grenades.
That's 16 fucking grenades he's throwing. Bro. But wouldn't you be doing the same shit? Like, we're talking about 4 men that are guarding this, that are fucking manning this post, bro. We're talking 4 dudes that are manning this motherfucking post, nigga. Are you kidding me, bro? Yo.
Once these 2 had become expended, he picked up his SA-80 again and, moving from position to position, he continued to engage the enemy, some of whom managed to break through his line of sight and reach the compound.
Wow.
Looking for a way to get onto the roof, some of the insurgents began scaling up the building's mud walls, with one fighter reaching the top first and proceeding to rush the Gurkha.
Oh!
Training his SA-80 onto the enemy fighter, Sergeant Pun shot and killed the insurgent, seconds before experiencing a weapon malfunction, just as another Taliban fighter appeared on the roof.
Hell no. His weapon must have froze up or must have fucking jammed or something, bro. Nah, fuck that though. Not while someone's coming at you, bro, in the middle of a gunfight? Nah, bro.
Just as another Taliban fighter appeared on the roof. Ditching his rifle, the sergeant grabbed the nearby GPMG tripod and held it at the second insurgent, knocking him unconscious. Moments after, Sergeant Pun heard several more of the enemy attempting to climb up to the roof, who he pushed back by dropping a sandbag onto one, and forcing the others to retreat when a
Yeah, bro. I remember this, right? I remember this story here, because I've watched this video here, which is why I'm adding it to the start, right? But I watched another reactor watch it. I haven't watched the actual original myself. I watched another reactor watch this 5-minute video here. And this is why I thought it was a good video to add. But I forgot about that part. He actually used the fucking sandbag and the tripod and managed to hold these niggas off.
Claymore mine detonated.
What did he say?
And forcing the others to retreat when a Claymore mine detonated. Eventually, after 17 minutes of heavy fighting, the enemy attack had collapsed, and what was left of the Taliban force withdrew back in the direction they had come from.
Wow. That's a long time, bro. That's a long time for you and 3 other dudes to hold a fucking fort.
The Taliban force withdrew back in the direction they had come from. A short while later, British reinforcements arrived at the patrol base to strengthen its defences, where they found an exhausted Sergeant Diprasad Pun still on the roof. Sergeant Pun later stated, "I thought there might have been around 20 to 30 Taliban fighters involved in the attack, but later locals told me it was probably around 15. I know I'm very...
That's a lot of dudes though, bro. Hey, can you imagine 15 people? It's just you and you and your 3 homies. Put it this way. You and your 3 homies walking up the street. Right? Let's say 4 cars pull up. With 4 people in each car. 4 cars pull up, 4 people in each car. You niggas are like, damn. Oh, shit. And they all strapped up. They all strapped up. RPGs, machine guns and shit. And they all get out. What's up, niggas? Like, what do you think you 4 gonna do, dude? That's the situation him and his homies were in. Him and his 4 comrades were in this situation.
Very lucky to be alive. I didn't think the attack would ever end, and I nearly collapsed when it was over. I did what I was trained to do. There wasn't any...
Bear in mind, you're in ops territory. Bear in mind, you're in enemy territory. Being surrounded by fucking 4 times your number. Being surrounded by 4 times your number. They've got heavy artillery and shit. Your guns jam the fuck up. Come on,
No choice but to fight.
Over the course of the engagement, Sergeant Pun fired 250 rounds from his GPMG, 180 from his SA-80, used 17 grenades, a claymore mine, a sandbag, and a tripod to fight off the enemy. That's the fucking boss. What's up, nigga? Fuck with me, nigga. What's up? I'll give you the fucking sandbag, fool. Yeah, you better have given him a medal and shit, nigga. You better have given this nigga a medal. You just all playing with this man. Shout out my Gurkha niggas, bro. For his actions in single-handedly holding the patrol base, Sergeant Pun was awarded the Conspicuous Gallantry Cross, the second highest military decoration in the book. Damn! Damn, nigga! So, obviously the Victorian Cross is the OG, right? The Victorian Cross, the OG. What the fuck, nigga? That's fire. That's fire. That's fire, bro. Whew, what did that say? Bitches died in to be a coward, my nigga. That's right, bro. Fucking on point, my nigga. On point. Better to fucking die on your feet than live on your knees, my bro. So anyway, we're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna get into this. The actual documentary that I've picked for us to watch. Shout out to my motherfucking Nepali, bro. Shout out to my Gurkha niggas. Alright, let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. So that was just to let you guys know, sort of, and that was a good insight too. Now, if that's one Nepali warrior, bro, imagine facing a platoon. Let's just say, imagine facing a platoon of, say, 150 of these niggas. Imagine facing 150 of these niggas. And that's been generous. Because you know how many of these niggas are in the British Army, right? And they're all like that. They're all the same, man. Nigga, they're all like that. They have that honor type fucking shit down pat, man, bro. Like, they got that honor and fucking loyalty. You ain't fucking with that. Trust me. Alright, let's get it.
It's a small nation wedged between India and China, the mighty Himalayas running down its spine. It remains one of the world's poorest and least developed countries, and for 200 years, the British Army have recruited some of its strongest young men.
That's the real struggle, bro. All you motherfuckers out there in the hood that think, yo, man, we live in the struggle. It's the struggle. I ain't doubting you for a second, bro. I'm not saying that it ain't the struggle because I come from the same type of hood, nigga, and it's the struggle. Believe me, I was hungry. But the amount of people in the struggle over there is insane, bro. I'm telling you, they're developing. Nepal coming, bro. And get it twisted for a minute. Beautiful fucking country, too. Shout out all my Nepali out there, bro. Shout out all my Nepali out there. Shout out to the KTM and all that. You know what I mean?
The blessing of the Nepalese. Every year, 10,000 apply to join, pledging to fight and potentially die for a country and a queen on the other side of the world.
Hey, yo, before we carry on with it, they should be emphasizing on these things, man. They should be emphasizing on these things I'm about to point out. Now, before a lot of you guys go in my comment section and be like, why the fuck would they fight for a country that's not theirs? Why would they do this for the fucking British and all that shit? Shut the fuck up, for starters. No, I'm playing. Now, the thing is, bro, is, like I said, Nepal doesn't have a lot of money, bro. Nepal doesn't have a lot of money. There's not a lot of work. There's not a lot of opportunities for these youngins, bro, and their families, right? Now, you got to understand the kind of life you can build for your family if you make it into the British Army. Because you become a British citizen, bro. You automatically get, you and your family can move to Britain. All of that. You get all of that. It's life-changing, bro. It's not just about going to fight. They don't give a fuck about going to fight in a war. They don't care about that. It's not even about that part. It's about changing your life and the life of your little brother, your little sister. You know what I mean? Your mum, your dad. Like, it changes everything, bro. The money you make from being in the British Army, you send that home and shit like that, bro. Oh, bro. Damn.
It's a friendship like no other, a British Foreign Legion over 200 years old. With the UK's crisis in recruitment, we need them more than ever. But how do you find the very best Gurkhas? How do the British Army protect them from the corruption so rife in Nepal? And once in, is it all they dreamed of?
Gurkha Company! Stop!
The first stage of selection for the British Army takes place each year in September, one in the west of Nepal in Pokhara and one in the east, here in hot...
So one's just happened not long ago. Hey, shout out to all those that made it, man. Because I watched the selection process documentary, bro. Go and check out the history. I'll put them both up at the end. You'll see 2 playlists pop up at the end. Make sure you check them out, but the process is insane, man. The process is insane. They're probably only going to skim over it on this because this is only 21 minutes. The video I did on how to get in. Oh, bro, the process is insane. So I'm guessing they'll probably only skim over it on this because it'll take longer than 20 minutes to explain that shit.
Young men from all around get up in the early hours and travel miles to be here for a chance of a job in the British Army.
Today we got 1 hilly district, that's Dankuta, and we got 5 Tarai districts. Normally they're farming background, especially in Tarai district, they're farming backgrounds, and hilly district also farming background. But nowadays most of the boys from the hills do come down to the cities, near the cities, for a better education, better life, or probably better facilities as well. Yeah.
This year, the recruiting campaign was bigger than ever before. They advertised on every one of Nepal's 72 radio stations, and the recruiting officers, retired Gurkhas known as Galawalas, travelled to all corners of the country, gathering young men together on football pitches, tennis courts and cafes. They modernised their website. Potential recruits, known as PRs, could even email Deputy Head of Recruiting Major Sandy Nightingale personally. And they did.
Wow.
Do you get...
Bro, let me know if you know anyone who's ever been in the Gurkhas, ever made it into the Gurkhas, I mean, or who has tried to make it in but hasn't succeeded. Let me know if you know anyone, bro. You know what I mean? And shout out to them, because even if you've tried, bro, and you didn't make it in, the fact that you tried, bro, you gotta be one fit motherfucker, bro. You gotta be one fit motherfucker even just to try that shit. Trust me, I'm a personal trainer, bro. I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know, bro.
Quite a few emails from PRs asking some quite various questions, from are my teeth okay with photographic evidence to can women join this year? GC Kulagi, Hami Duisai Jana. What we're trying to do is dispel the myth that only certain Nepalis can join the British Army. It's still amazing to me that people think it's only certain castes. People think that you have to be rich. People think all kinds of things that are all wrong. We will take anyone who's good enough. We make sure there's a British officer on every single stand as well, just so no one could think, oh, I'm a Gurung, he's a Rai. You know, maybe he's going to give me a worse mark.
Hey, that is cool as fuck, man. Yo, shout out the Brits for that, because, yo, we've got our own battalions in the British Army as well. The Māori Battalion, you know what I mean? So the Māori Battalion have fought in every British war since we've been in it, which is, so World War One, right, was when the Māori Battalion was created, right? That's 1920 something, 1918 or some shit. And we were also like that too. Go check the Anzac videos out and the Māori Battalion videos out in the history thing, bro. Please, like, please. If you like this shit, you'll like my people's one too, and how we ended up joining the British Army. You'll like that as well, but it's pretty much the same thing because we're real cultural and stuff like that as well. And so go check it out, man.
There are 125 castes or ethnic groups throughout Nepal, and historically, Gurkhas came from just 4 of these groups. Over the years, the army has succeeded in reaching more diverse sectors of society, in part thanks to its dedicated team of Gulawallas who go out in tireless search of the best young men. This year's newest and most baby Gulawala, aged just 45, made a dramatic entrance, bringing in record numbers from the east.
Wow, I'm really enjoying my job because I want to do something for my countries, the British Army. Everybody know in the world, you know, this is one of the best army in the world.
Due to the searing heat, the 800-metre run has become the first test of the day, and the locals have turned out to cheer the boys on. Or perhaps eye up the competition.
Stand by! Go!
With the futures of so many potential recruits resting on the selection process, there is no room for human error.
Yo, remember, this is just a selection process, bro. Bro, this is just a selection process. This ain't even made it in yet. You ain't doing this part here, this part here. This ain't just to get in, bro. This is the selection process, bro. Shit. This is so you can get selected to go to the training thing, bro, and try and get in, bro. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
By someone else. And I personally will check every single score of those who are selected. Then the Chief of Staff will check every single score of those who are selected. In order to understand fairness, you have to understand Nepali society generally. Nepal is a country where people pay money to get just about everything. And therefore, for us to kind of display ourselves as being free, fair and transparent, we have to go to huge lengths to convince people that that's the case. We tell them not to pay money to anyone to get into the British Army.
Similarly, in the exam hall, every question must be unique. By 3 p.m, the test paper will be in the local bazaar, being sold for a few rupees.
Oh shit!
Well, writing the papers is extremely difficult. We do keep them under strict lock and key, and then in order to generate those papers, to proofread those papers, to proofread them again and again, because if there are any dramas on the day, it is unfortunately a cohort of young boys who are going to suffer, and we do not want that to happen.
Hey, facts,
One
bro.
focus of
Hey, facts, bro. Because it means so much to these young dudes, bro. Because, and it's not, it just doesn't mean so much to them, not as like, it does, but what it means for the lives of them and their family, bro. Like, you know what I mean? The actual enormity of the fucking what, oh my God, bro. It's hard to explain. You have to have come from the bottom to understand that shit, right? Like literally, your family rests on your family, bro. Like your family, rests on your shoulders. Your family rests on your shoulders, bro. You know, and it must be gutting when you find out that you didn't make it. You know what I mean?
This year's campaign has been to filter out potential problems early to avoid wasting recruits' efforts, emotions and money. Major Nightingale has introduced a new test to regional selection.
I didn't think about the money thing. I didn't think about the money thing as in like facts, because to send your, like if you're a parent, you know, I'm a parent, I got 5 kids, you know what I mean? But to save, to get enough money together to send your one child, one of your children to trial out, bro, it must be a lot of money, bro. And then, you know, for them to not make it, damn. Yeah, I never thought of that side of it, bro.
Hyperextending elbows, some call it noodle arm, is an immediate fail, so this is now checked early. Throughout the day, if the recruits fall short on anything, they head straight to the dreaded Chowtari and then home.
Oh snap.
These boys will give everything to try and get into the British Army. I'm not saying that a British soldier is not equally motivated to join the British Army, but the difference with these guys is their whole families put pressure on them to join the British Army. They get into the British Army, their whole family's life will change forever. And that's the context that we're working with.
Boom. Like I said, bro. Fuck, see, I like this dude. He understands. I like this dude.
British Army, their whole family's life will change forever. And that's the context that we're working with. 1456 Nishal. 1460 Prajwal. 1468 Pradeep Kumar.
Oh shit.
1470.
For some of today's young men, the news is devastating.
1499 Sugam. 1500 Sunil.
The recruiting staff are very protective of them. They won't allow anyone to speak to the potential recruits. Today is too important. The chosen few will be invited back to selection in January, where they'll compete for one of just a few hundred places.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like all of that today was just to be, just to make it into selection. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Now what did she say?
Where they'll compete for one of just a few hundred places. Only 4% of the 10,000 applicants will make it.
4% of the 10,000, bro. 400. $400, bro.
Gurkhas have been part of the British military for over 200 years, ever since the Anglo-Nepalese War, when the British were so impressed by the fighting skills of their enemy, they struck a deal to recruit them when the war was over. Since then, they've become one of the most feared units of the British forces and fought in every major conflict. The politest of soldiers, the most ferocious of fighters. Can today's recruits uphold a reputation centuries old? The most ferocious of major conflict. The politest of soldiers, the most ferocious of fighters. Can today's recruits uphold a reputation centuries old?
I told you I didn't fuck with these dudes, nigga. What I say? I told you I didn't fuck with these dudes. I told you, and this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. This is what I learned. This is what I noticed about the Gurkhas, bro. The reason why they're such good soldiers is because it doesn't matter who they're fighting for or what they're fighting about or what it's over. They hold the thing of loyalty, the word honor, is what matters to them. They don't give a, it doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter, bro. As long as they uphold their honor and their loyalty to whoever they're fighting for, that's what matters, bro. And that's what makes them such fucking good warriors, bro. Because you gotta remember how they fucking, how this happened, bro. They were fighting against the British, man, nigga. You tell me what fucking army is gonna recruit the enemy. That's how fucking good these dudes were, bro. These dudes were that fucking deadly that the British were like, yo, man, look. We'd rather just have peace. We don't want to fuck with y'all niggas no more. But do y'all niggas want to jump in? We got some money if y'all niggas want to, pay a bit of cash and come fight on our side, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, that's how fucking deadly these niggas were, bro. Usually when you have a war with somebody, you hate them niggas for the rest of your fucking lives, bro. You know what I mean? It's usually when you're at war with someone, bro. Well, we were the same. We fight for the British now, but we still hold this thing with them, bro. You know, you went. But these niggas here, that loyalty thing, bro. That honor shit, you know what I mean?
South of the Himalayas and west of Kathmandu lies Pokhara, Nepal's second largest city.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've landed at runway report. Thank you for flying with Delhi Airlines. Namaste.
It's the gateway to the Annapurna mountain range, a favourite spot for trekkers. But it's also home to final selection for the British Gurkhas.
Ooh, is this that run?
It's here.
Is this that run? This is their run, my nigga. Now, like I said, I'm a personal trainer, bro. Oh my God, this is insane, bro. Alright, check this out. I couldn't do this. I've been a personal trainer for 7 years. I couldn't do this.
But the recruiting team must choose once and for all.
I could, but not in the time frame.
Nepali warriors.
I could, but not in a 40-minute time frame.
They've already been
I'm sure
selected
40 minutes
as the
or
best of the best
45
in their
minutes.
regions. Now they must undergo even more rigorous tests, not least of which is the infamous Doko race.
Yeah.
The race involves running up a mountain in the Himalayan foothills with 25 kilos of sand in a basket strapped around the forehead.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, 25 kilos, it ain't shit. Yo. It's not just about the weight, bro. It's about distributing the balance and all that shit. It's about distributing the weight so you're balanced in it. Because it's strapped to your head, bro, in a basket. It's around your forehead in a basket. And it's not tied around your forehead. The only thing that's holding it to your forehead is the weight of it. Pulling down on the back. Now. And you're running over rocky terrain. At the highest altitudes that humans live on the planet. There's no humans who live higher than the Himalayas, bro. Believe me. Alright? So you gotta add that shit to it. The highest altitudes, believe me, bro. You ain't running at those fucking altitudes even without those fucking things, bro. You're on rocky ass terrain and not even the best footwear in the rain. With baskets around your head with 25 kilos of wet sand in it, my nigga. Stop playing with your boy, bro. Don't fucking try to tell me I say 25 kgs. Get the fuck out of here.
It is our identity as a Gurkha.
You ain't doing that, bro.
Like we got the British Elite Force, like the Para, they got their own specific training. Like the commandos, they have got their own selection, and this is unique for the Gurkhas.
And that's right.
The day before, the sand is
selection.
And that's right. That's another thing. A lot of people will be thinking, why would you even do that anyway? What's it got to do with the army? What does that prove anyway? Who cares? It's tradition, my nigga. That's why they do it. Because it's tradition, bro. And if you take away that shit, you take away the tradition, bro. And you take away half the point in them even being there. You know what I mean? You're taking away half of it. You already know.
But they have their own specific training, like the commandos, they have got their own selection, and this is unique for the Gurkhas.
The day before, the sand is meticulously weighed and the Doko baskets carefully laid out. Each recruit must prepare his own.
In case of raining, they are covering their blanket by plastic. In case of rain, they will be heavier than usual weight.
And why the blanket?
Blanket because this one is quite rough, so they may scratch their skin at their backside.
How hard is the Doko race?
It is very hard.
The Doko race was only introduced in 1989. Before that, most of the young men grew up in the mountains and did this daily. There was no need for a test. At 5:45 a.m, the potential recruits leave camp, gather their Doko baskets, and when enough light has risen,
hello, finishing point, this is start point, over.
The race begins.
Look at that, bro.
Number 1, blue.
Don't tell me that's easy, bro. You fucking kidding me.
Figure 34, stand by, go.
It is tough as a nature of the event because it is uphill from start to the end. So my tips for the boys is do not give up. Keep going and never look up. If you look up, obviously, your weight pull you towards the ground and pull you back. So always bend down and keep going up.
Damn, yeah, I didn't think about that. As soon as you gotta stand up, but the weight on your back's gonna pull you back, you're just gonna fucking fall over, bro, because it's so fucked. You just gotta, bro, head forward and just move, my nigga.
Run was quite dodgy because
find
of the
a
weather.
pace and keep it, you know what I mean?
Whole night.
You gotta find your own pace and keep it.
This morning, and their doko was way.
Everyone's got one, bro.
The terrain itself is difficult, uphill, the steps, and stones, boulders, and the puddles.
No time for water stops. The recruits must complete the course in 46 minutes.
Fuck, you just run past the water, nigga, like, nah, I'm good, bro.
Selection immediately.
I'm good, bro.
At the top, it's time for a well-earned breakfast.
Hell yeah.
Relief at last.
Oh, hell yeah.
The descent is less painful, the boys singing as they go. Selection is almost complete. It won't be long now until they know what their future will hold. It's the night before results day for the potential recruits, or PRs, from the west of Nepal. And to ease the nerves, the recruiting staff have suggested they put on a show. Western Idol delights the judging panel. It's clear that West's got talent. The next morning, it's a different story. The young men must now say their goodbyes. If successful, they're unlikely to see their newfound friends again. Many will be heading home. In a few moments' time, they'll be invited into a room one by one and told their fate.
We see a massive spectrum of Nepali society. You know, we have people from very, very poor backgrounds who are orphans. You see everything in that room, which is why we don't allow you guys to go in there. It means so much to them to get in, because a lot of them might have gambled everything on this. And it's quite a raw environment, actually.
Yeah, hard for you emotionally.
Yeah, well, I think everyone really. You know, we are obviously emotionally invested. It's impossible not to.
The minutes tick by painfully. The staff of Gurkha Company from Catterick survey from above. If the recruits are successful, they will bound up the stairs at 1,000,000 miles an hour before anyone can change their minds. There, they will become part of the British Army, and it's over to Gurkha Company to turn them into soldiers. Amongst the candidates is 20-year-old
I get it. I just got what she said, because the way she worded that was fucked up. But what she said was, if they make it, they'll bound up the stairs 1,000,000 miles an hour before anyone can change their mind. What she's talking about is the recruits. If they make it and they're running up the stairs thinking they might have made a mistake. You know what I mean? I'm gonna quickly run up, get my uniform in there in case they've made a mistake down there and picked the wrong person by accident. I get it now. Alright. Dumb bitch.
There, they will become part of the British Army, and it's over to Gurkha Company to turn them into soldiers. Amongst the candidates is 20-year-old Madhav Karki. This is his fourth and final attempt, and his last chance to get in before he turns 21 and can no longer apply.
4 times.
Everyone is nervous.
Oh, he'd be nervous
Outside
as fuck.
the gate,
This is your
their
last
families
chance.
wait, willing their
Is
son.
it families? Look at this, looks like prison. Look like you're about to get out. Look like you're getting out, bro. Looks like a fucking release date, my nigga.
Not to appear through the railings. For those who've been unsuccessful, there is next year, if they are under 21 and can afford to make this journey again. If not, life will have to be very different. As Madhav Karki appears through the door, it looks to be good news.
Woohoo, Doji!
I'm very excited. I feel like I'm in the moon. So it's my dream.
Yes, my boy, he made it.
I'm very happy. No one in my family.
Oh, look at him.
I'm
Look at this nigga. Look at it, nigga. You see what they look on their faces, bro? That's the look of fucking like my life has changed. My whole world has changed, bro. The world, everything I look, it's changed.
So I feel very happy. No one in my family, they are in army. I mean, I'm the first guy in the British Army right now.
You must feel so proud.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
You're in the British Army, how does it feel?
It's my happiest moment of my life.
Really?
Yes. It's my dream come true, ma'am.
Have you tried before?
Yes, ma'am. This is my second year, ma'am.
And you remember what it felt like last year, so this must be so special.
Yes, I'm very happy, ma'am.
Hello, Dai.
The first thing.
So special.
My second year, ma'am.
He just wants to cry, bro. Cry, nigga. You deserve to cry, nigga. Shit, you deserve to cry, nigga. You allowed, bro. You're allowed.
And you remember what it felt like last year, so this must be so special.
Yes.
No, bro, you're on point, bro.
I'm very happy, ma'am.
Hello, Dai.
The first
I'll
thing
be
the
like, bro,
boys
get
are
on a
allowed to
phone
do
call,
is
bro. I'm
phone.
gonna ring home, bro. I'm gonna tell my peeps what's up, nigga.
We give the boys 4 phone calls throughout the selection process. So after each stage, so after the medical, after the physical, after the education, and when they're selected, they get a phone call. And that's basically so their parents hear from them first, so no one else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, bro,
oh, your son's nearly
I'll be
there,
like,
I'll get him in if you give me some money. So it's to prevent that kind of thing. And of course, it's nice that their parents hear them first. It's always a little bit sad when the parents don't pick up and they're waiting agonisingly for their parents to answer the phone.
I was gonna say, because it's like, you know what I mean, like you gotta let them ring their peeps or something, because not all, because this is not all of them are just as far away from some of their homes, right? Some of them have travelled fucking far away to get here. Kind of shit. So I'm like, what the fuck?
You like it? I just called my father. He's just crying the other side of phone.
Yeah, of course you will.
They're so happy. I know.
With their new recruits assembled, Gurkha Company waste no time. The boys' own clothes will now be sent back to their families. They'll need a whole new wardrobe in the British Army.
Whole new uniform, nigga, what's up? Yeah, get the new kit. Get the fresh new kit,
it's like a big Christmas day. So as you can see on the table, they are the Christmas father, and then they are getting a bunch of bag. We don't know who's going to be selected, and we don't know the sizes. So now we'll take them to the room, and then if there is a big or small, we try to sort it out within the group.
It's like a big swapping session.
Yes.
And inevitably all the big guys will end up with a small kit.
Yeah, it will happen, yeah.
Next up, a trip to the barber and the tailor.
You feel like you are a part of an army. Without wearing these clothes, you are no longer civilian.
What was the hardest part of selection for you?
For me, it was a 2400 meter running race, BFT, because since I'm a grown up all in the city, I haven't run that much. So for me to pass only, it was very hard. But I have trained hard with my friend. Then I have succeeded and passed.
The new recruits are inoculated, fitted for their Virtus body armour, and measured for their civvy outfits known as the mufti.
What is it called? What did she say?
Known as the mufti. Camp quickly becomes awash with ironing boards and boot polish, and mirror space is very much at a premium.
That's what's up, bro. Like, I'll be exact. But get the fuck out the way. I want to see what I look like, nigga. Shit, I'll be in there flexing in that mirror, nigga. Like, fuck up my shit, mama. Shit, I made it. I made it, bitches. Fuck it. Like, imagine that first night when they're lying in their bed, asleep. They're not even asleep. You're just lying there, bro. Right? Because you got to remember, they're not going to be lying on their ordinary beds at home, like, you know, old shitty ass fucking beds that we've been sleeping on since I was born. They got handed down from my older brother. You know, we're not sleeping on that shit no more, bro. We got new shit. It's all new. It ain't the best fucking beds, because you got to remember, they're still in the army. They're still in the army. But this is a lot better than where the fuck they have been, some of them. So you gotta think, imagine in that night when they're lying there and it's lights out, and they're just lying there looking at the ceiling thinking, fuck, I've made it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, that feeling?
The recruits keep none of their old belongings. Everything is new.
The Gurkha tie. This is a special tie. You can't find. I don't think you can find it in. You cannot buy it.
Oh, you ain't buying
you
that.
can't buy it. Yeah.
You ain't buying that tie, bro.
For
Where you gonna find that shit? Where you gonna buy that?
Shampoo, soaps. We have our.
Got all that shit, all the toiletries and shit. You know what's up?
Usually the Mongols
Flex on them.
Don't really grow mustache.
People
Mongolians
really have beard or mustache. Like, it's very rare in our case, man.
The exciting I am because son is always better than father.
Demon Tom, nigga.
Because of the time, they improve. So this intake will be better than last intake.
Yeah, chest down.
Straight
What's
away.
up?
Son is always better than father. My son will be better than me. Straight away.
Facts. Same.
पछाडि चाहिँ हात राख्दाखेरि चाहिँ तिम्रो चाहिँ मेक स्योर तिम्रो चाहिँ यो बाम चाहिँ क्रस गरेको हुनु पर्यो हुन्छ अनि यहाँनिर चाहिँ कुनै खालको चाहिँ स्लिट हुनु भएन
One of the most important new challenges this week is drill lesson 1. In a few days' time, they must parade in front of dignitaries and their families, and everyone wants it to be perfect.
मेक स्योर फ्रन्ट र्याङ्क चाहिँ मेक स्योर के हो तिमीले चाहिँ 45 डिग्री एंगलमा चाहिँ हेरेको हुनु पर्यो बुझ्यो फेरि गोर्खा कम्पनी भन्छु त्यहाँबाट फेरि के हो पोजिसन अफ एटेन्सनमा आउने ओके गोर्खा कम्पनी
It's all about the legacy in our tradition. 15 years ago, I was like them, and then one of my section commander, his name is Captain Dr. Sesson. I am his legacy, so he teaches me everything. How to survive, how to do the things in army. And I'm doing the same thing to these boys. So maybe after a few years later, so one of these boys will stand in front of this place, and then probably he will say the same. The legacy will go on and on, on and on. But they will always remember us, and we will also remember them.
Look at these dudes.
The recruits have just a week to get to grips with the basics before they fly.
Look at these dudes, bro. They are fucking happy, bro. Look at every single one of these dudes' faces, bro. Try and find me a fucking face that ain't smiling in their group right there. Try and find me one, bro. Then point one out. And, you know, comment in the bottom if you can see a nigga that ain't smiling, bro. Exactly right, my niggas.
Flying to the UK.
They loving this shit.
There's a lot to learn, and they'll need their new comrades, their numries, to help them out every step of the way.
You got me? Oh, this will be a lot of bird. This will be, bro, 99% of these young dudes would never have left the country before in their lives, bro.
Instructors from Gurkha Company in Yorkshire's Catterick Garrison await the arrival of their new recruits.
Oh yes, everyone is looking forward for this day.
Because Gurkha Company would have been quite quiet, won't it?
It is, yeah, it is quite quiet when the boys are not in the camp around, and then we just feel lonely when the boys are not in.
Soon enough they appear, safe into this foreign land, which from now on will be their home.
It's really unknown area when you come into the UK. When I recall my memories, it's exciting as well as a bit daunting as well.
Daunting,
you don't know
yeah,
what's
daunting.
coming up. So a bit excited, and on the other hand, you're away from your families as well. So you've got lots of emotion in your mind going through.
It's been a long journey to get here. Years of training, months of tests, examinations and interviews. But this is only the beginning. They will fight for this country and this queen now. A job that will change their own future and the fortunes of their families.
Damn. Now that's what's up, bro. That was cool. That was cool, bro. On top of those other reactions I've already done, to Like the Gurkhas in there, bro, that was fire. That's exactly what the fuck I tap in for. I love learning new shit, bro. I like learning new shit about different people, bro. I think that, that's how you can solve the race fucking issues and shit like that in the world, bro. Well, I got the answer, my nigga. It's right here, I got the answer. You know what I mean? All you gotta do, bro, is if everyone just learned one thing about a different culture every day. Just learn one different fact about a different culture every day. That's all you gotta do, bro. That's all you gotta do. That's all. Just learn one thing about a different culture every day, bro. And hey, let's see if it changes anything. I think it will, bro. Hey, yo, run the numbers up on the shout out to all my Nepali out there. Shout out to everyone else that's tempting. Send in whatever it is you want me to react to. Music, documentaries, comedy, sports, anything, bro. You know what it is. HOODROK Entertainment. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and we out. Peace.